Hey all, this is Rick Keys Music Caravan, and this is the Rick Keys family, and I am the patriarch of that family. I am Rick Keys, and I've got some of my Keys family members behind me. So anyway, hey, welcome to the show. This is part one and part two. We're going to start off with part one before we get into part two and the shenanigans going on here in Oceanside, California. All right, so you see the beach behind me. We're here in downtown Oceanside. We're going to start off with I actually found this at a thrift store. And it's really super hot. I think it's from 2020. They're called the Black Pumas. So the Black Pumas have a new release on the RMR chart that I'm trying to get a hold of. So hopefully I can get one from them. So this was really super good. All right, now the big news. Nick Moss Band, they are coming to, well, Gator by the Bay in May. Gator by the Bay in May. All kind of rhymes. Also, they are going to be in Oceanside, California at Coombers Craft Wines, I believe, on May 14th. So call Coombers if you want to get seats reserved. I'm going to be there. I already got my seats reserved. If you see me there and you want a autograph, let me know. So I'm going to play some Nick Moss band featuring the famous Dennis Grunling. We'll go back a couple years. So here's a song or two off Nick Moss Band, High Cost of Low Living. So you will hear the title track of that one. Another Nick Moss Band, The Lucky Guy. And this one was the next one after the one I just showed you, Lucky Guy. And I believe I am playing that title track, Lucky Guy. I am a lucky guy that I have so many new fans and friends, and maybe even some women in either India or Pakistan that may be looking for a bachelor like myself. But anyway, I am available for all those out there, all the females out there. Excuse me, all the single females that are attractive and okay, well, we won't go any further than that. So anyway, India, Pakistan, love you. Rick Keys Music Caravan continues to grow at I don't know, it's like an alarming pace. It's like I didn't know I was loved that much. So anyway, let's continue with Nick Moss Band, another 2023. This one actually made it to the Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues Albums for 2023 from Alligator Record Label. Nick Moss Band, get your back into it. So you'll hear that song and others. Speaking of Coombers Craft Wines, Rick Berthod is going to be in Oceanside, California at Coombers Craft Wines also. May 18th, I believe. So, I mean, check all these because, my memory's not that good. I'm a little older now. So check them all, but you just have to call Coombers or go to their website or whatever. And you can also get it on San Diego County Blues Lovers. So that's kind of like the latest of where everything is happening. San Diego County Blues Lovers. And there's a new one on Facebook. It's called Oceanside Concerned Citizens or Oceanside Citizens Concerned About the Blues. So that was my previous political page, but I've kind of changed it now that I'm mellowing out Rick Berthod. So Rick Berthod, May 18th, I believe. And here's another one he did, really hot songs on here. Tribute to Peter Green, who, if you don't know, he was one of the original members of Fleetwood Mac before Christine McVie, Lindsey Buckingham, and the other girl, whatever her name was. I forgot. All right, now another person coming to Coombers Craft Wines in Oceanside, California. Rob Stone. He's got a release here that he put out, I believe, with VizTone Records sometime. Rob Stone, got to keep rolling. That's right. New one, brand new to the scene in 2023. Alistair Green and Standing Out Loud. I always used to hear crying out loud. It's like my mom, Richard, crying out loud. Okay, let's continue. No more of that. Katie Henry has a new release called Get Going. So that's all in part one. And this one surprises the hell out of me, truthfully, people. This one has been out for almost a month and a half. It's from Alligator Record Labels. It's already got tons of listeners and stuff, but I'm telling you, the stuff that's going to be on the Roots Music Report chart coming up. This one isn't on it yet, and I just can't understand why not, because it's like one of the top blues albums out there right now. Reverend Keys told me, leave that on there, Rick. Please stop showing your cock on YouTube. You might offend someone. So anyway, A Lusty by JJ Gray and Mofro. It's super hot. Not on the chart yet. Don't know why. But speaking of chart, I will be playing music on the RMR chart right now. Let me get my big fat head out of there. Okay, Rick Keys family. So you pretty much know the family. So if you look back there, what was happening last, if you're continuing with the story, Chinese spy balloon had, taken the old teardrop trailer that Me Keys owned, and you can see him up there. X Keys dropped off It Keys, and it's gone to hell from there. So when It Keys was dropped off, he had crabs, so, and other issues. So let me see how I can do production. Let's do this correctly now. Oh, there's my big ass head again. Okay, all right. So here we are. Okay, well there is X Keys. So X Keys is a non-binary. I figured that out. I thought it was the other way around. Non-binary, you know the story. Used to be called What Keys. Not sure if it's a Twitter bird, an airplane, or an insect. That changes all the time. And what else? When Elon changed the name to X, didn't want to be called What anymore, so now it's X Keys. And then there's some followers over there, I guess. Look right there, one of those Iranian rockets, the 500 million that they sent towards Israel, that most of them got knocked down. I guess one is over here in Osai, California. It's near X Keys. And then there's still the illegal space alien from outer space. They're just kind of checking out the big bird there. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right, let's see how to do this right. It's tough when you're coordinated. Okay, so here, can you see that? All right. So remember, get this chair out of here. All right, here's Me Keys. Okay, see it? So Me Keys has actually got It Keys right there, still holding his testicles. What happened is me being smart. I had ticks before. I lived back east, and I got a tick on them, and you would burn them off, right? You have to make sure the head didn't stick in there. So I figured, since how do you do that? No. All right, here. Get my big ass body out of there. All right, so see, well, here he is. All right, so here's It Keys. So It Keys, can you see them all? There's It. So he's still masked up, and that's because he actually, the Dr. Keys doesn't want him to give whatever he has to us here in Osai, California. So he's there. Let me see if I'll ask him. So anyway, what I had to do, remember he had crabs. So I actually took a big old blowtorch, because they were big crabs, and I got him off and chased him away. But I think I may have burnt him a little too much. So here is Me Keys. So Me Keys got him on a surfboard, and he's kind of rushing him to a hospital to see if they can save his penis. So that's It Keys. Let me see if he has anything to say. Hey, It, how's everything going down there? And he say, can't You can't hear me because he's got a mask on. Okay, so that's what's happening there. And then that's it, Keys. He's kind of flopping around, but he's in pain, flopping in pain. So what else we got here? All right, so there they are. Wake up. All right, there they are. Now you can see them. Okay, so there's Me Keys. Me Keys is non-binary also. Not sure if it's a American citizen, an illegal immigrant, or immigrant from outer space. Still has wetsuit on, rushing rushing it, Keys, still holding his nuggets. Well, now they're hot nuggets because I burned the crabs off. So the crabs are over here. The crabs are over there. See them? So the one crab that I burnt off joined the other crab in Me Keys' new trailer that he got from the Chinese, basically, because he ripped them off. And then, but there is a new character here. You all know Me Keys, but you don't know. That's Wee Keys. So that's Me Keys' little Keys family member. So he's smaller than me. So that's why he is called Wee Keys. So that's Me Keys up there. Wee Keys is rushing to try and get the crabs out of Me Keys' trailer, but he figured just in case if he can't get them out, then he's got a spare trailer that he would line Me Keys until we solve the issue here. So what's going on? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but scare you just by looking at you. Okay, so Rick Keys Music Caravan still sporting that new mustache, and hoping all the ladies, especially the ladies, the single ladies in Pakistan and India, are loving it. So now we are going to go to Roots Music Report charts, music in the Roots Music Report chart. We're going to start with number 46, Patty Parks. Come Sing With Me is the title of that. Patty Parks. Where does Patty Park? Patty Parks, wherever she damn well plays, she's such a hit. And actually, one of her songs on there made it to my Rick Keys Music Caravan top blues songs for 2024. Nowhere Left to Go kind of sounds like an American citizens right now. Things are pretty messed up. In case you didn't know, in Pakistan and India, they're pretty screwed up. That's because we've got a POTUS that is an idiot. We call him Brandon. So Brothers Brown, number 43, Nowhere Left to Go. Pretty psychedelic. At number 40, Gallia Volt, Shout, Sister Shout. Okay, don't shout too loud, break my eardrums out. But she is at number 40. Number 39, Crying Out Loud. That's where that Crying Out Loud. Crying Out Loud, Richard, is at number 39 with Play Loud and Smoke Often. I do all of that. Pretty good release. Coco Montoya at number 21, Writing on the Wall. See that writing on the wall? By the way, for those hearing me for the first time but loving me, make sure you come back. I notice that more and more people are returning, so that's good. So at number 20, Bernard Allison and Luther's Blues. It's a double CD set. Really good music. Luther Allison music done by his son, Bernard Allison from Roof Records. Hold on, Tony, come on in. Okay, Tony, come on in. I'm in the back room. At number 18, we've got John Clifton, Too Much to Pay. At number 15, Rick Estrin and the Nightcats, The Hits Keep Coming. And I've got my mechanic here right now. He's banging on the door, so hopefully he got the message and has come in and is waiting inside, but I didn't want to stop my my show right at the moment. Number 13, Deb Ryder, Live. No, it's Live and Having Fun. Or it could be Live and Having Fun. Okay. Number 12, John Primer and Bob Corratore, Crawling King Snake. Number 9, Canned Heat, Final Vinyl. Normally I'd be saying a lot more, but I do have someone waiting for me. Number 5, Tinsley Ellis, Naked Truth. And number 3, Chris O'Leary, The Hard Line. And at number 2, Sue Foley, One Woman Guitar. Okay, so that's the Rick Keys Music Caravan for this week, part 1 and 2. And so you all are caught up what's going on here in Oside, California. So stay tuned. Rick Keys Music Caravan coming up.